I've always believed that people reveal their true character during ordinary moments, not when they're angry or upset, but when life is normal, quiet, steady. That's why I loved my girlfriend, Rachel. She was calm, thoughtful, steady. At least that's what I convinced myself to believe. But the truth was waiting for me in a place as simple as a crowded restaurant on a Saturday afternoon. We had planned the lunch days before. It wasn't an anniversary, not a celebration, just a meal together after a long week. I arrived 5 minutes early, found us a table by the window, and waited. Rachel walked in a few minutes later, dressed casually, smiling smoothly, the way someone smiles when they're hiding something. It wasn't her real smile. I knew her real one. This wasn't it. "Hey," she said, sliding into the seat across from me. "Hope you don't mind. I ran into someone outside." Before I could ask who, she tilted her head and gave that smirk, the one people use when they're pretending something is harmless. Then she stepped aside, and a guy walked up. Tall, confident, clearly trying too hard. His name, as I would learn a moment later, was Chad, which somehow fit the situation too perfectly to feel real. "Ethan, this is Chad," she said lightly. "We used to talk a little. He wanted to say hi." Talk a little. I knew what that meant. Not friends, something more, something she wasn't ready to admit. Chad extended his hand, but looked at me with that smug grin men wear when they already think they've won something. "Hey, man," he said, "Rachel tells me you're dating now. That's cool." Cool. Not nice to meet you, not happy for you both, just cool. He pulled up a chair, without asking, like he owned the place, and Rachel didn't stop him. That was the part that burned. She let him sit. She let him stay. And she smirked again, as if she enjoyed watching whatever this was becoming. "So," Chad said, leaning forward, "Rachel and I used to have some good times. Didn't think she'd settle down this fast, you know?" Settle down. Like being with me was some kind of downgrade. Rachel lightly punched him on the arm. "Stop," she said, giggling. "You're terrible." I watched it, quietly. I waited. I studied both of them. Not because I was hurt, though I was, but because I wanted to see something clearly, the truth. When you let people talk freely, they reveal themselves. "So how long has it been?" Chad asked Rachel, ignoring me. "A month? 2? "We've been together 8 months, I said calmly. Chad blinked. Rachel froze. That wasn't the answer she had told him clearly. "Oh," Chad said finally, raising his brows. 8. Huh, that's longer than she mentioned. She shot me a warning look, like I had exposed something I wasn't supposed to. She still said nothing. Chad laughed under his breath, shaking his head. "Man, Rachel, you always move quick." Always. Meaning this wasn't new behavior. I leaned back, taking a slow breath. Before this moment, part of me still believed Rachel was loyal, trustworthy. But the way she sat there, letting him talk, letting him disrespect me, letting him act like he had some ownership over her, told me everything. I didn't need yelling. I didn't need drama. Calm is more powerful than anger. "Chad," I said evenly, "Rachel didn't bring you here to introduce you. She brought you here to see something." He frowned. "What are you talking about?" "She brought you here," I continued, "to make you jealous, to see if she could get a reaction out of you. And if she couldn't, she wanted to use you to get a reaction out of me." Both of them stiffened. Both of them swallowed hard, because I was right. That's ridiculous, Rachel said quickly. Why would I? You smirked when you walked up. A smirk isn't a greeting. It's a weapon. Chad stared at her. Is that true? Rachel stammered. I just thought. You thought, I said gently, that he'd want you back, or he'd try to impress you, or he'd try to embarrass me. You wanted to feel chosen again, and you didn't care who you used to get it. Her mouth fell open, but no sound came out. Chad's ego deflated instantly. He wasn't here because he mattered. He was here because he was convenient. And that realization hit him harder than anything I could have said. You know, he muttered, standing up slowly, I don't need to be part of this. He glanced at Rachel, disappointment sharp in his voice. I thought you were different. He walked away without another word. Rachel turned back to me, pale. Ethan, I didn't mean... You did, I said quietly. And that's the part that matters. She reached across the table. Please don't be like this. I just wanted to test your value, to see who would fight for you, to see if you still had control. Her lip trembled. But apologies mean nothing when they come after exposure, not reflection. I stood slowly, picking up my jacket. Rachel, I'm not angry. Anger means I want something from you. I don't. Not anymore. She grabbed my wrist. Ethan, please, don't walk away. Walking away, I said gently, freeing my hand, is the calmest, strongest answer you'll ever get from me. She whispered my name again, but I stepped back from the table. And as I did, her smirk finally disappeared, not replaced with guilt or regret, but with the stark realization that she had misplayed the most important moment. Some lessons are taught loudly. Others are taught by leaving. Mine was the second. And that was enough.